Hi everyone, this is Triple T, and today I'm transforming Ocular Max PS-22 Ventus, or Blades as we know him. And this is a bit of an adventurous transformation, so let's try to stay sane, shall we? I'm not saying it's bad, I'm just saying you need to really be mindful of what you're doing. Untab the blades from here, rotate the head, untab the chest pieces here, and this is kind of scary because they are tabbed onto these little pins here, so be mindful of not cracking those. As you can see, this was on that pin. Fold that in and keep that up. Fold this up and back, and now we're going to fold this bit up because you're on a slider, so you can see this just slid down to reveal some more plastic, basically. Fold this out and just stretch it out for now. Get this down and tab this together, and you shouldn't get those aligned just yet because, well, it will be difficult to do other stuff, but I just want it out of the way. Fold the nose cone forward, and now we're going to do two things at the same time, which is kind of unnerving. Push this up, and so it covers this. See to it that this is extended, and now we're gonna close this off by rotating the nose cone to the correct position, and then we're going to snap everything in place, and this is going to hinge over these side pieces, so you know everything is in the right place, like so. And now we are basically done with that. Scooch this down as far as it will go, fold this down and leave it like that for now. Rotate the arms a bit and swivel them downwards. Rotate them around so they look like that. Take the inner piece and hinge that outwards and fold the hand inwards, and that is how you want things looking. Now you're going to hinge everything inwards. This is difficult. Rotate the arm at the same time as you're hinging this side piece outwards. But before we go all the way, just fold this out from underneath and rotate it back like that. Fold it out, and this is so fiddly. That tab is going into that port, but on the other side. So if you want to, you can actually fold this up for now, so you can see what you're actually doing. There's a tab up here, and again a tab down here that should line up. And mine didn't because I had that scooched back up again. And this is going to be the side, so tab that in everywhere. This has to be down. What happened now? And then you come here and you tab everything in if the arm is in place, and it was good. And you come to these and you just pull them out so they extend, and that is one side done. Before we tab the other arm in, if you want to arm him up, this is the time to do it. You just put this in here and close everything up, but I think that looks silly, so I'm not gonna do that, but this is where you want to do that, because later on it's just a mess to get that back in. But now we come to the difficult part of this transformation, and that is pushing these buttons at the same time as you are pushing the leg in. I actually got that one, I think. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. But it doesn't mean it's easy. And it's way too difficult to do. There is no reason why these should be so stiff. You fold this up, and you press this through, and that will just go all the way around. And tab in. Well, it should. You have tabbage everywhere, so it should. This goes in like that, and this should just come up, and you have to push that in as well. So now we are going to get these pieces in. Everything just tabs in, everything is smooth sailing, yay. Then we come to this piece, you fold that down, you fold this little piece down like so, so you lock that in. You fold this back up and out. And then you do basically the same thing on the other leg. Now that we've done that, we have to tab everything together all the way. You can fold these up now if you want to, but, well, it doesn't really matter. You splay these out and tab them in. These will go up and down all the time, so. Now we're going to fold this up. This is a very difficult piece of transformation. You want the hip skirts on the front folded upwards, and these angled just above them like Mickey Mouse is. And then you want to fold everything in. And that is how you close that up. You check every little peg all around. Then we push this down. It's going to come over these and tab into these if everything is lined up, which things just isn't here. But now they are. Refold those, fold that back out. Now we're going to hinge this down so it tabs in there. We're gonna fold these down again, because then we're going to turn them to the side, rotate them to the side, then we can fold these out. And there you have him in his alt mode. Now we're gonna get him into combine mode. And to do that, we have to undo a lot of things that we actually did before. I tend to have mine like that, just because, well, it looks better. You can just fold them up so they sit together, so they don't really take focus from anything else. Start by folding this up, sliding them to the side, and just pushing that over. Then we come to here, and we extend the waist over like that. We separate the tail, and we fold this little tab in like that, and then we can hinge that up and tab that in like so. We're going to extend these like that, and we're going to rotate that, and we're going to fold this in so it looks something like that. Then we're going to rotate it around, and then we're going to collapse this as if it were a leg for the bot mode. And you have a tab here that's going into this little piece, and if you haven't rotated it fully, you won't be able to. Like that. And you fold this around, if you're able to, like so. And that is one side done. Let's do the other one off camera, shall we? Be mindful that you need this one on the inside and this little piece fell upwards. Now, we're gonna tab things together. But before we do, we need to secure the thumb here. So it comes out and you fold that out like so, and then you can just tab things in. I say just, because this is mind-blowingly nerving. Because some things rotate, some things don't stick where they should, some things fall down. Yep. The genius that came up with this transformation should be sacked. Yes, I'm upset. And then you rotate the hand a bit. Then you come up here. You rotate this little middle piece around. Fold those down. And this will just tab into where it used to be in robot mode. Now we fold this down. Oh, sorry, you have to unhinge that first. You fold this in. You fold it down like that. And now we come to this little combiner port. And to get that out, I need a spludger, I think. Yes. Fold this all the way up and like so. And now you want to decompress this little, well, I don't know the word for it, but as you can see, you want to decompress this because these tabs are now going to get stuck into the sides of this instead of their previous position. So see to it that you have that compressed. So you actually get it looking like that. You're supposed to untab that. And this is bothersome because we're going to get this cockpit up and about. And the easiest way to do that is actually just to pry it outwards. So, yep. Fold the nose cone in. So it just stays like that. We are now going to, again, fold down these. Like so. And depending on what tab you have here, you have to pick the right hole, of course, here. So angle this downwards and into that little piece here. And just tab that in. Fold that in if you haven't already. And here you have him in ARM or combine mode.